Get back, you see my squad, you won't know with us now. Never have you ever seen a stack of titles this tall.
Oh, you looking for a snack? You know who to call. Candy, Elite, they better not sleep on us. The M&M's looking good, yes, we're eating up. We came here on 100, but we about to take it up again.
So it's showcase time. Usually in the beginning of the season, we have all of our teams come out and perform in front of their peers, their friends, their family, before they actually step on the big mat. We have youth level 1 getting ready, we're warming up. As you can see, again, this is their first time performing their actual routine. So there are definitely some timing issues, some tech issues. We're the Jolly Giants, but right now it's definitely giving Jolly Small People because it's not yet.
I don't know what she is. So I know I said I didn't want anything to go wrong, but here it is. Coach Jazz is reaching out to me to tell me that Janice is not here. Although we sent the message in a band giving parents a specific time that athletes needed to be present. So when she's asking me where's Janice, I'm clueless. I don't know. Do you have her mother number? I don't have her number in my phone. Let's go, do it again. I'm extremely frustrated. I'm trying to reach out to her mom to ask her where Janice is. I can't find her number, but I know that I gave explicit directions in a band in regards to when athletes needed to be present, what time they needed to be here, and what they needed to wear. So the fact that Janice isn't here, I'm a little annoyed. Like if she don't come to showcase, she's done. Let's go. 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7.
So I'm on the phone with Janice's mom, Danye, and it's frustrating because imagine a kid who has been a part of this program for 5 years coming to a showcase and she has boots on. Parents often want to get upset with us and they talk about how we talk to them, but that literally makes no sense. You're here for cheerleading, you don't have sneakers on, and you want me to be calm and cool about you saying that no one's gonna bring them back.
It's time for you, huh? It's time.
She said,
Okay, I already spoke to Coach Yaz. No, if she's not here, she is done. I'm dead serious. I would tell her that myself. Hey, if she's not here today, that's it. That's it. It's showcase. She forgot her sneakers. That sounds like a personal issue. This team performed second, and she's not here. That's not fair.
What are you done?
I don't know. Go over there. On a Big Mac.
Okay, so I received a phone call from one of the coaches saying that Janice left her sneakers, and I understand that this is a big day, but I'm a parent. I work 2 jobs, so Dad was bringing her to practice, and I called Dad to see what happened. He said, well, she left her sneakers, and Janice came back out crying, saying that they kicked her off the team. So I said, okay, well, I'm more than an hour away. There's no way for me to bring the sneakers. So I'm going to call and see what the coaches say. So I call, and I'm speaking to Yaz, and she's calm, cool, and collective. I hear the other coaches in the back yelling, of course, at the kids like they normally do. They probably not getting routines together. It's a hectic evening because there's a lot going on and it's a showcase. I got that part, and I get everybody tension is on 10 because they want it to be perfect and it's being aired. I get that part. But understand that things happen. Things happen. It was out of my control. I did not bring my kid to practice. Her dad did. Before I could finish the statement, I hear Wadia going off in the background and saying, "I could tell her myself." Well, nope, and then hang up the phone abruptly. Like, what kind of business is that you conduct with parents and children? Because then we need a meeting because it's not gonna happen.
Junior 2 on a small mat. Twix on a big mat. No. Jabrea, it's not their time. Look, follow the schedule. Jabrea, if you look in the chat, there's a schedule. It says every single team and the time that they go. You see all the other teams are just sitting along the side. I gotta have a conversation with Jabrea in regards to what's happening on the mats because we're trying to do everything how we would normally do it at competition, which is small mat, big mat. She didn't read what was in the chat, so she's extremely confused and she doesn't know what's going on. And I'm extremely frustrated by that. Whose phone is this? Can you get this to Marcy for me real quick?
You guys remember your grip? Don't forget your
Jabrea running around panicking. I'm like, it's nothing that I can. Her kids were late, so they missed their tumbling warm up. I said we have to go according to the schedule, and I said at the end at the end of everybody they can go and warm up their tumbling, but I can't push it back. I can wait until the end so they can do it. She like, I don't know. They was late. So one of the coaches came to approach me and said that Jabrea was extremely frustrated. And I went into explaining why she was frustrated. She didn't know the time that her team was supposed to warm up. She didn't read the group chat. And there was nothing that I can do. I mean, I did say that we would have to wait until the end because I didn't want to interrupt any other team's warm up because I knew that we would have time towards the end. At the end of the day, we were both frustrated, but it got figured out, so.
All right, y'all, so hear me out. I wasn't frustrated because I didn't know the schedule. I was just frustrated because, one, we had kids running late, but also I was confused as to what was going on because we started a little bit off schedule. It started off as both teams warming up on a small mat, both of my teams, and then the other one warming up on a big mat. The ones on the small mat never finished their warm-up. So when they were transitioning and they were like, all right, go to the big mat, I didn't know we were starting our actual small mat, big mat time. So in my mind, I'm like, they didn't even finish warming up yet. So I thought they were telling us to go on the big mat to finish warming up. That was the misunderstanding there. And I was just frustrated all across the board with athletes running late, athletes not having a tie that they're supposed to have that was put in the band days ago. But that was really it. I think that's less than 60 seconds.
I need you to be on light control. Light control, you gonna know when to turn it on.
All right, so it's the yellow and teal reveal. I'm about to jump on this mic and get it going. We are excited for this season. So I got to get the girls pumped up so that way we can jump it off for the year.
Y'all ready to show off tonight? If you a bad kitty girl, say, oh yeah. All right. All right. All right. So, we're going to kick this showcase off, y'all. Right now. Make some noise for the mini number 1, Skip!
So my goal for this team this season was to uphold the same expectations that I had for the team last season. They were filling really big shoes this season with being mini level 1 Skittles. Last year, this level went undefeated. So this year I had the same expectation and goals for them. And with this being their first performance, I was just excited to see what they were going to bring to the floor. So, you know, hopefully when they do this routine, they exceed my expectations. Now, of course, that wasn't the best performance, but it was a hit, and it wasn't to my liking, but like I said, it showed me that they are set up for success, and there is some work that still needs to be done. But overall, it was a hit, and for this to be a first-year, you know, team with new athletes, only one athlete being a veteran, that was good.
I hope y'all teeth all right, because he about to break your jaws. Y'all make some noise for them jawbreakers!
Y'all got this!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, jawbreaker!
So now it's my team, the Jawbreakers. They're about to hit the mat, and right now I'm just like, they better handle their business because this is the first performance and they have to make a really great impression. Like the Jawbreakers has won Summit in the past, and they have to keep that name alive. So they did their routine. I'm proud because it was the first performance of the season. They got the jitters out, and it was the first time performing it in front of like a big crowd too. A lot of the athletes on the team have cheered last year, but we also have some new additions. So I was a little nervous about how the chemistry would work today, but they got out there and they handled their business. Could it be better? Absolutely. However, they know the expectation for the season.
So check this out.
Yo, here we go.
Look like I'm going for a swim. Tuck to me, swinging off the rim. But you can't do it. Like a Candy Elite Eminem!
The bar for this team was extremely high. They came off of an undefeated season as mini level 1, and they went straight into level 2 for this season. Now, I didn't know what was gonna come out of it, but I had faith in them and their talent, as well as my faith in coaching them into another undefeated season. So hopefully with this first performance, it will give me a little bit more of a feel of how they'll do throughout the season. to see, we had a little mishap. Usually, I'm not too happy about it, but in this particular situation, we had an athlete in that stunt that's a little under the weather at the time, so I'm not really too upset because she really did push through the entire routine, even being under the weather, and that is what we want to teach our athletes, that even when you are not feeling the greatest, you still got to get up, you still got to keep going, and you still got to push through. So I'm really proud of her for that.
So the girls head out to the mat to hit their first performance. And at this time, as a coach, I'm not really nervous. It's not a competition. So at this point, I'm just ready to watch the girls do their thing and have a good time watching them. Our previous practices leading up to the showcase were not the best. So I honestly, I thought they were going to get on the mat and just be falling all over the place. But they actually did a pretty decent job. We were a little shaky at the end in the pyramid, but for the most part, they pretty much hit the routine. So I was proud to see it. But again, we have a lot of work to do in order to get these tech scores because it's not given yet, but it will be.
Do me a favor. Move down. Get up and move down.
We got the now lady.
I'm sorry. I gotta get her over here somewhere. No signs. We're not gonna do the signs. You wanna do? Wait, hold on.
As a coach, it's really an amazing feeling to be in the month of December and our kids are able to hit the routine. It may not be perfect, but they look good and it's consistent across the board. So just keep that in mind as you watch our episodes because it's only going to get better.
DJ, turn us up.
Coaches, I'm missing a coach. Okay. So look, come here, like circle me. Stunt lit. No. Basically, just talk about how they did, and then how this was just like to get their jitters out. But next week we expect. Excuse me, I'm not going also. When you hear my whistle, that means silent. Go ahead, start.
Ladies, I want to first of all give yourselves a round of applause. Are they joining us?
Join us, sugar babies.
Come on, come.
What is that? Is your live on? Your phone still going? Oh.
All right. So I just want to congratulate you all on an amazing showcase. This is only the beginning because again, we are going out there to put ourselves on the line for our first national competition. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Listen, I want to hear nobody saying no because guess what? Next week is going to be, excuse me, thank you. So next week is going to be way better than today. We were lit today. We had a couple of issues today, but guess what? Next weekend, we ain't going to do that. Usually when we have a big showcase, anytime the program comes together, we like to get the girls together, round them up, and encourage them so that way they can leave knowing that whatever they did today is left for today, and that when they come back, they're going to come back even stronger. So we want to empower them, we want to uplift them, and we want to make sure that they're mentally ready to compete and win.
So I'm gonna go next. So I know that I had a conversation with you guys multiple times about just getting out those first jitters. This was the place for you to get your jitters out. Here, right? You got the feel of being on the mat. You got the feel of being around your entire cheer family. However, what I need you to understand is that when we go to compete in Toms River, it's gonna be 10,000 people there, right? So you have to know how to perform and compete under pressure when it's everybody. This was just a small taste of what competition season looks like. For those of you who've been here or who've competed, you know that this is just like, I'll just refer to this as our warm-up. This is our warm-up. But next weekend, when we're in Toms River on Saturday and Sunday, we need to make sure that we're going hard, that we're all in. So please do understand that next week at practices, as coaches, we've seen some things that, may have messed up. But as your coaches, we're gonna make sure that we set you up for success. And that means that we're gonna be on you all next week. So I don't wanna hear anything about I'm tired. We're gonna be on you. Because we had a few issues, but nonetheless, you guys did an awesome job. And I'm looking forward to next week.
So the showcase is finally over. Our athletes did what it was that they needed to do. Everything was amazing. We had some hiccups here and there, but that's what showcase is for us to get together. We make our mistakes in front of each other, and then when we go out on the mat, we hit our routines and we do what it is that we have to do. I'm so excited for the upcoming season. I had a conversation with my athletes just in regards to how proud I am of them and what they presented on the floor. It's just gonna be an amazing season, great.
Persevere, don't quit, because I know we get on y'all nerves, right? Yes. But it's all out of the love and it's all about what you want to see on the floor. Because at the end of the day, Canby Elite is a household name all over the country, right? And y'all represent that. Y'all are the face of that. So just remember that when y'all going out on that floor, people are watching you, people are coming to see you, people are recording y'all, all types of things, but y'all can deliver at the end of the day. Today shows that. So like Coach Radia said, this week coming up, we're gonna train. Just be ready to work. But overall, good job.
So overall, I think all the teams did a pretty decent job. I won't say great, but for them to be coming out for their first time, I think everybody knew their routine very well. And again, this showcase was so the girls could get out there, get in front of people. We actually streamed it live. This way they could get out their jitters, all the hiccups that they did have on the floor. We won't see them on the mat. And it's a great thing for us as coaches to watch because again, we kind of get to see the routine full out, get an idea of the way they're gonna perform in front of a crowd. And again, we're able to go in and fix some things, tweak some things to make sure that they're ready to get on the mat. This is the first time we've been out in December in years. We usually don't start competing until mid-January. This year we decided to take the chance, go out there, get our kids on the floor early, and I think they'll be more than ready.
Overall, very great job. What I did see today, I did see a lot of fight, right? And I really love that I've seen fight in almost every single team. We have our hiccups during practices, we have our mistakes that we go through, all of those things. I've seen fight though. I've seen a lot of fighting happening in your routine and throughout the routines. I've seen a lot of motivating, a lot of talking. I've seen a lot of us on the sidelines motivating the team that was on, performing, helping them get through it, pushing them through it. That is what it takes. It takes you as a collective to hold each other up. I always say this and y'all know it. It's not about the will to win. It's about the will to prepare to win. Y'all have prepared for this. Y'all are prepared for it. You just have to go out there and do it. The jitters are gone.
Overall, I was really impressed with just the amount of effort, the amount of energy, the amount of motivating, and the amount of fight that I saw on the mat today with how they performed and how they were executing their skills. And it just gave me a little bit more confidence as a coach that our kids are going to go out there and really put on one hell of a show. For the remainder of the season, my goal for them is just to keep in mind, it's not about the will to win, it's about the will to prepare to win. Preparation is what everybody forgets about. You practice for this day. You work hard for this day, so you got to make sure that you have the will to want to prepare for it.
Great colored kids.
So I just want to start by saying thank you for the commitment throughout the entire summer, fall to now. You guys did amazing today. No one on the outside sees what you guys go through, what you guys. They would never know how many times you have to stop practice because someone was crying, because someone got hurt, or someone is sick, or just. We can't do much, but I just want to say you guys did a phenomenal job today, and I can't wait to see you guys come to the season. You guys got it.
I have nothing but positive feedback just because I don't want to continue to repeat what everyone has said. This was amazing to see. I don't remember a time where our entire gym was ready to go out in December as a unit. So you guys should all pat yourselves on the back because we are prepared. We are ready to go out next week, and it's amazing to see. Just remember, no one knows your routine except for us. So if you mess up, you won't. But if you do, don't let it show on your face. Sometimes when you guys mess up, you literally tell the judge you messed up because y'all are, oh my God, and all this other stuff. Keep going. They don't know what your routine is supposed to look like. And don't look at us when you mess up because that's just going to make you mess up even more because our face is going to tell you something different. All right, so keep going. But overall, this was amazing. Y'all fed off of one another's energy. Y'all need to make sure y'all do the same thing next weekend. Each team got better and better because the energy got higher and higher. So make sure you take all of this into the 2-day competition next weekend. Congratulations. In all honesty, we are hard on our athletes, but in the same breath, we really do big them up. We love on these kids, and we want them to know, like, when you go out there, you have to give your all. It doesn't matter what you do. Only we know what you're supposed to put on that mat, so don't worry about anything else. Have fun and know that your coaches are going to have your back.
So we have pizza and food. Sis, we have pizza, and stuff here for you guys that was donated by Miss Jazz and her husband. Say thank you. And do me a favor. I need y'all to dance on that mat because we can't afford to replace these spring floor because y'all, all of that hip rocking that y'all doing is too much. So what we're gonna do first is Sugar Babies, M&Ms, and Skittles can stand up. You guys can walk through that way in one line.
Make a line.
Make a line. The rest of y'all go get on the 360 booth, go do something.